dumped questions here. For generations, people have figured out how to balance work and family. And a lot of the criticism to a paid family leave proposal is that we should be able to figure it out. You should have personal responsibility. What makes you think that now might be the time, or what's driving this national interest for people to be elevating paid family leave as a potential solution that we need to tackle at the federal level?
Well, I think, again, you look at the state of the family today. The state of the family today is not what it was 25 years ago. And now you have a majority of children in America being raised without a father in the home. You have a lot more women in the workforce. I'd make the argument in large respect because of government policies that are both friendly, and which is a positive thing, but also punitive to families from a tax point of view. It's just much more expensive to live in America because of the tax burden that American families are dealt with, and so there are all sorts of, and just the whole culture, just a different culture of how when people get married, people are waiting longer and longer to get married, and I just look at it from the standpoint of a society that says, you know, if we're going to continue, we need to have stable families for children to be raised in. We need parents to attach to their children. We need parents to have children if we're going to continue to be a civilization. One of the big arguments, in fact, one of the most effective arguments that the left has for immigration is that we're not replacing ourselves. And you can't have a growing economy and a vibrant economy with a declining population. It's a very hard thing to do. So there's all sorts of demographic reasons and social science and health science research that really do point to a need to rescue the family situation in America today that did not exist or didn't exist in such stark terms 25 years ago. And I think that's why at least I've found, the easiest people to make the argument to on the conservative side of the aisle are faith-based and social conservative type groups, because they see the devastation of the family. They see the devastation that the children being raised in homes where there's a single mom and she can't connect, and the child's in daycare, and you know, you see all this research about, you know, the importance of bonding, the importance of parents reading and vocabulary with their children, all these things that moms, you know, single moms could do if they were home, but can't do because they're separated. And I think that is a very compelling case that, contrary to the question was asked earlier, why can't the private sector do this? Well, the answer is, I'd love the private sector to do this, but they're not doing it. And the evidence is pretty clear to the private sector. We had a couple of companies here who talked about the success of their programs providing paid family leave. I think the evidence is pretty clear that companies have done this, and you see around the world companies have done this for a long time, that this is a positive thing for companies to do, but they're not doing it. And I appreciate the tax benefits that were included in the Omni. I appreciate all those things, but they're not going to get at the nut of the core problem, which is the vast majority of low-income single moms and not having the ability to connect to their children.
Well,